Hey y'all, how's it going? It is a hair up kind of day because one, it's nice outside. Two, I cannot seem to get my hair to do anything I want even when I put it up. So, and I'm waiting to shower until I have a package that's arriving today. And I'm waiting to shower until it comes because it has all of my new Perfectly Posh in it. And I need that for my face because let's just say I need it for my face. My face is not good. If you don't know, I am a Perfectly Posh influencer, and if you are interested in grabbing some of the most amazing facial stuff I've ever seen, this little tiny thing that looks like a zit that's almost gone was there, and it was giant for like a month. And then I got Perfectly Posh stuff and I started washing my face with my samples, and it's dang near gone. Never again will I switch face stuff. Anyhow, what are we going to talk about today? Today I'm going to do a little bit of a rant, but really it's more informative. I believe that in this day and age, when you're first starting out or when you have to prioritize your funds, I think I'm going to use this actually because I just realized I don't have my speaker up here. It is downstairs from this weekend. So give me just a second. Okay, there we go. So here is what I have learned is that in this day and age, when you're first starting out or when you have to reprioritize your funds within your business, which if you don't know about prioritizing your funds, I believe there is a video. If not, it's coming. Prioritizing your funds is drastically important. It is so important. But when you have to reprioritize your funds because your income got cut, you lost a major client, whatever, and what have you, in this day and age, there are plenty of free options for, man, that's distracting. Plenty of free options for email marketing. However, MailChimp should not be one of those free options that you choose. And I'm going to say that if you are brand spanking new, MailChimp is one of the most confusing products on the market. It used to be insanely easy to use. It used to be. I started with MailChimp 7 years ago. Okay. However, they have changed drastically in that time frame. And the day they added automations to the free platform was great for a lot of people because you used to have to pay for that. But they did not make the user experience easy at all. In fact, they made it incredibly hard to use. And I hate that. Not to mention the fact that when I switched from MailChimp to another service provider, my open ratios went up about 65 to 75%. They were no longer ending up in the spam folder or the promotions folder. They ended up in people's inbox where they should be. Okay, so that is number one, that your open ratios will not be as good as they could be with MailChimp as far as myself. And this is a common problem that almost everyone I know who had MailChimp and switched from MailChimp has had. Not to mention the fact, here's reason number two that I do not care for them. They will charge you. So you have a certain number of subscribers that you can have for free. They will charge you for the people who are on your unsubscribed list. So they're not even receiving your emails anymore, but they're counted toward your 2,000 or 500 or whatever they are now. They will charge you for people if they are on more than one list. So let's say you have 4 opt-ins. Okay, you have 4 things in 4 different lists, and each one of those lists has an opt-in. Let's say that somebody is a huge fan of yours and they want all 4 opt-ins. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to pay for that person is now going to be counted as 4 people on your list. 4 people out of your 2,000. Now, let's say your content is spectacular and this happens multiple times. You could inevitably, let's say the free amount is still 2,000 like it used to be. Okay? And divided by 4 lists, and somebody is on all 4 lists. Your 2,000 number now goes down to 500. Oh, and let's say that you ended up having 100 of those people unsubscribe. Now you're down to 400 actual humans who are actually opening your emails. It's really crappy. And finally, they started out as simply an email marketing platform. And I have no problems. Well, obviously I have problems with that, but they are now rebranding themselves as a customer relationship management platform. And I don't know about you, but anytime anyone tries to completely change what they're doing, it never goes well, especially when we're talking about an application, a system, or a tool. You would literally have to rebuild the entire system. And maybe it's easier to use now. I hope so, because let me tell you, I have used 6 different email marketing platforms in my 7 years just because I've been curious. And so I've subscribed to things or bought a month or 2 just to see them and see what I liked and what I hated about them. And to learn the systems, because as a VA, I'm required, it's good to know more systems than not. When you get into MailerLite, there are tabs across the top, and it says, I haven't memorized them all, but you have subscribers as a tab, subscribers as a tab, forms as a tab, and then there's another one on the very end, and it says automations. It's very clear where it is, what it is, and how to do it. Very clear. It's one of the easiest automation systems I've ever seen. And it's a free platform, PS. And they don't charge you for your unsubscribes. And they don't charge you twice for somebody who's on multiple lists. It's so easy to use. And it's not. And you have to search every time I've gone in there in order to find the automations in MailChimp. I've had to actually search for it. And then once I've found the automations, I then have to search just for a blank option because they have all these pre-made things. And that's except I know what I need. I know what I want. I've got this. I don't need help. Okay. I just need a blank one so that I can build it from scratch. That's all I need. And it's so hard to find. I, again, have to search. just save yourself the hassle, the frustration, the pain, because once you get to a certain point, transferring from that system into another system is a process. Let's say you have 5 automations built. You now have to rebuild every single one of those processes, every single one. If you have what's called an RSS feed, meaning that every time you have a blog post or every time that you have a that goes live, or you have a video that goes live that is then put on your blog, or you have a podcast, and every time a podcast goes out, it sends it automatically out. You have to reset up every single one of these things. It is time consuming as hell. And it's not fun. Having done it a couple of times, I'm going to tell you it's not fun. So it's better off to start at in the right place to begin with, and then you don't have to worry about it. I'm trying a new tea today, and it's Earl Grey. Have you had Earl Grey? Do you like it? I would love to know in the comments. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it. When it was hotter, it was definitely better. We will have to see how this goes. All I'm saying is there are so many options, and even the ones that I have used are not all of the options. Okay. So, for instance, there is MailerLite, there is ActiveCampaign, there is ConvertKit. Those are the 3 that I recommend. This is a option. ConvertKit and ActiveCampaign are not. They do have much more capabilities, much greater capabilities, and I will leave links to all 3 of these options for you. But my point is that MailerLite is a really good place to start, and then you can grow as you go. And as you are having products and needing to tag people specific ways when they click on links and things, you're not going to be able to do that in MailerLite. And at first, that might be okay. If you can afford to put money into a system, I highly encourage ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit. That's just how that goes. And ActiveCampaign starts at $15 per month. If you can pay for a whole year, it goes down to $9 a month. If you are trying ConvertKit, it's $30 a month for the minimum subscribers. So that's those are the prices from 0 to 1,000 or 2,000. So that is definitely an option. Just saw the mail truck drive by. So excited. Okay. So let me see real quick with a quick Google search if there are any other free ones that I have heard of that I might recommend. Don't know about constant contact. Let's find out about that one. So constant contact, their pricing structure is a free trial, and then they start at $20 a month and go, yeah. So that one might be worth it. If you're doing an e-commerce store, that might be worth it for sure. But you definitely get all the segmentations and things like that. I have not personally used Constant Contact, but I have heard that they are pretty good. If you have under 1,000 subscribers, drip looks like $50 regardless. Yeah, I went down even to like 150 people and it's still 50 bucks. So they have drastically changed their pricing structures. So really, I think honestly, still to this day, and there's a couple, even when you're huge, I highly recommend against a few, and right off the top of my head, I have completely forgotten them. It's right there. It's right there. They're so bad, I try to block them out of my brain. That's what it is. Okay, well, I will do another video when those two things come to my head, which will be as soon as I hit stop recording. But that's what's up with that. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about really quickly is I have just launched a package where I kind of walk you through and get you set up from start to finish with your workflows. And the price for that is $500, or it's $499. And here is what you get. I'm going to read it just so I make sure I've got it. We're going to do a 90-minute deep dive call where we basically, I call them the define and align sessions. And here's what's going to happen. We are going to go from the beginning of your processes, like when someone, how do you want your customer or client, when they first interact with you, how do you want that process to go? Do you want it to be through a form on your website? Do you need that form on Facebook? Where do you want it to go? And so that process, we're going to go through that process from the first interaction that they have with you, where they find you, etc., all the way to the offboarding process. So everything from the beginning, that whole workflow, we're going to map that out. We are also going to map out what is called a funnel, meaning that when people find you and they connect with you, how are they doing that? What is the free, is it a free product? Is it a low-cost product? What is that? And then from there, how are we going to entice them to buy your large product, your very big product, okay? And then after we have those two things mapped out, we're going to do that in 90 minutes. Then I'm going to email both of those things in a really nice, pretty handout that gets sent to you so that no matter what, you have that laid out for you. And the only thing that you have to do is build these things and set up your systems, connect them all together, and you're good to go. Now, inevitably, what happens is we get off our call and you go, holy crap, I have so much work to do, okay? And between then and 30 days from that date, you will have access to me via email or by Voxer, which is an app on the phone where you can record voice messages. And you and I can talk back and forth. I can help you with any problems that come up, help you with solutions on getting everything set up. If you run into snags with that, if you need help with that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which obviously if I'm setting something up for you, there's an additional cost for that. But you will have access to me for 30 days, 30 days from the date we end our call. And all of it's written out for you. So the cost of that is $499. And the recorded session is also emailed to you. So we do our call on Zoom, I record the call, and I send it to you as well. So we're going to have all of this stuff. So from first touch to dreamy client, and then from first touch to offboarding once they actually become your client. How are those processes going to go? We're going to map all of that out for you and get you set up and squared away. So again, that investment is $4.99. I would love to help anybody out who is needing that service, and I can help you with pretty much all of it, as well as I also have a ebook that's coming out, so look forward to that later. But I have got a little guide for you, and I'm going to put the link for this for both the calls and for the guide below in the description, so look for that. But I'm going to really quickly share my screen with you and pull that sucker up. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea of what it is, what it does, and how it looks. Give me a second, let me make it readable. There we go. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me share my screen real fast, and we are going to share that screen. All right. So I love succulents, like they're my favorite kind of plants. So of course it had to be succulents. So what this is going to do is basically go through everything that you could possibly need. So here are the main categories that we're going to work with: client management, communications, workflow management, content management, and social media management. It's going to give you a little information and then give you space to write out exactly what program you're going to be using for this, and then I give you some suggestions as well. And literally it is a, how many pages was that? 8-page guide on how to do all of it and what you need and why you need it. So I'm really proud of it. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm giving it away completely for free for a little while. So at some point it will be a paid thing, but for now it is 110% free. All you have to do is put your email address in below once you click on the link, and it will take you and you will get that bad boy in your email inbox. So if that is something that you need or want, let me know by clicking the link, and I'll talk to you all on the next video. Have a good day. See ya. Bye.